The benefits of owning dogs. This is to inform why owning dogs is beneficial to people. And I will be going into details as to why it is most beneficial for dogs to be owned. So let me ask you this. Have you ever been asked what kind of pet you would want? If so, what was your answer? To me personally, the answer that I would have given was a dog. The thing that I love about dogs is they are quite cuddly. They know how to make you laugh, and they're quite emotional. There have been times where I have been rather depressed over events that have occurred in my life. And one of my dogs will come to my aid. Which leads me to add that not only that, they often cheered me up from small states of depression. In fact, most scientists and other professionals would agree that there are benefits to owning dogs as well. The first point that I must relay is if one is blind, they act as a good guide. In an article called Perceptions on Health Benefits of Guide Dog Ownership in Austrian Population of Blind People with and Without a Guide Dog by Glenk and et al., they explain how in Austria the people have a guide dog to help them out. They go into detail as to how 36 people are blind. That are blind have the benefits of a guide dog. One example of such would be how they are considered another member of the family. They support this by comparing them to actual family members since they help out like a legitimate family member. Not only that, Glenk and et al. Point out that if one is blind, they are legally obligated to have a guide dog. That way they would receive the necessary assistance they would need to go through the basic needs of life that they would originally have trouble with, as well as have the necessary assistance as well. Which leads me to add that the fact that the blind are much happier and freer before they have a guide dog. They also state that the blind's lifestyle improves and changes almost drastically, since the blind would hardly ever go out and also rarely socialize since they were faced with the challenge of hardly seeing anything. Which then leads me to explain the social benefit that dogs have. In both The Social Skills and Attachment to Dogs of Children with Autism Spectrum Disorder by Carlisle, and Review on Benefits of Owning Companion Dogs among Older Adults by Kate et al., both explain how both the elderly and young children benefit from owning a dog. In the first article, Carlisle explains how kids spend time with a dog. They go out and socialize even more than compared to before they even got a chance without them. Not only that, in the article by Keats and et al., they explain how the elderly decide to take was how older adults would benefit not only socially but also benefit mentally and physically when it comes to pet ownership. They explain how the elderly are more cheerful and joyous with a pet compared to without a pet, much like that of the previous article. This now brings me to my last point, the benefits of owning a dog in a propensity scored, weight populated based study of the health benefits of dogs and cats for children by Miles and et al. They explain in what way it is beneficial for pet ownership, like the last article. Miles and company go into detail and show how a dog benefits children mentally, socially, and physically. As it is rather well known today, children are more interested in video games and social media. However, their attention is quickly averted to when a pet comes into their life. In fact, when they are given a pet, they are much more active rather than idle, and prefer to go out and do many activities. So in summation, there are many good reasons to own a pet besides the few that have been listed here. Alone, I have been happier and freer with a dog because they are like a small companion. Someone to be there to cheer you up rather than bring you down. As a matter of fact, they're a little like people too. Charming, comedic, and overall nice companion to have in the many challenges of life. So if you can, Get a dog today. They may be able to help you however they can.